Hey guys, oh blimey. David's trying to confuse me completely tonight. Well, listen. Anyway, Courtney was fantastic. I'll leave that on the recording. She really was. Okay, two pieces tonight. First one is a bit of non-fiction here, actually. This is about a woodlands that's very near to where me and Amanda live. This is going to get published in a Native Nature magazine run by a friend of mine called Ben Holton in October. This is Sheplet Woods. That summer of 2020 over lockdown was a difficult time for both me and my wife Amanda, in particular after getting sent home from work. I'm diabetic. When I got a recommendation not to leave our flat, and when we could because of my health, we had stayed 2 meters away from everybody. Most of the shops around us were closed, and those that were still open, I couldn't dare go in. So I just went off walks by myself to start with and stumbled into Shepley Woods, which is situated on the shore, only a mile or two to the north of Jet Amber Fields, which I didn't know till then by chance. It is a small woodlands and park crisscrossed by nature trails, which link up to the rest of Tame Valley, where you can go as far as, I believe, as Romley and Marple, which is a good 20-mile walk. As I was not allowed to go on the bus, these woods proved a lifeline to both of us. We began walking there every day, sometimes for half an hour, sometimes for hours. I wouldn't say it saved our relationship marriage. It rather became our way of coping and stepping away from things a bit when we couldn't get to see our families. We still walk there whenever we can, even now over spring and summer. Not for escape nowadays, but as a quiet reminder of what helped us through those days. The woods didn't ask for anything in return from us, just as we kept enjoying what we are seeing. And in reply, it gave us space to breathe, talk, and sometimes just say nothing at all. Okay. Right. Since the last time I've been here, I've got my next book's going to be out probably October, which is going to be 20 short flash fiction stories. And this next one is going to be a story from it. And yeah, well, this is for Courtney really, because she knows about this. And Amanda sometimes calls me Mr. Crashbang Wallop because I'm clumsy and I'm dangerous sometimes. So this is simply called Wedding Dress. She had never looked so beautiful. He had fought afterwards, stood outside St. Stephen's that afternoon for a few moments, and his heart dropped a beat when she said, I wouldn't have wanted anybody else to give me away. She wasn't his daughter, of course, well, not by blood, but when they met through somebody else, and she had fallen in love with both him and his wife almost from the off. Neither of them had ever really wanted kids, and certainly never planned to raise a young woman who had never known a father, and the less said about a mother, the better. Me too. He offered his arm, stood outside the church, which she took with a shy, nervous smile. Her hand trembled slightly against his jacket. She didn't speak, but she didn't need to. Neither of them did. They stepped before the front of the church where Mark, her soon-to-be husband, waited, and he tripped. It was nothing, just the edge of a step, a stupid misjudgment caused by his recklessly bad eyesight, but his foot caught and he stumbled forward. His hand reached out, caught the hem of her dress and tore it. A ragged line sneaked up the side. The sound, sharp and final. She gasped, barely audible. Her eyes widened, and for a moment she looked like she may cry. He froze. I'm so sorry, he whispered, his voice cracking just out of everyone's earshot. I didn't. But she shook her head quickly, blinking fast. It's okay, she said, so softly he almost missed it. It's just a dress. She reached for his arm again, her fingers still trembling, and together they walked inside. The tear fluttered behind her like a secret, but she held her head high, quietly, bravely like she always had, and she was walking down the aisle. And he thought, she had never looked so beautiful as he was standing there moments later at the altar. That's me done, guys. Listen, great stuff, blokes. I've enjoyed it. Look for the rest of the night. See you soon.
Thank you so much, Andy. What a bliss to know that you're releasing another book 20 shorts. It's got to be incredible the way your mind works, Mr. Crash Bang Wallop. I'm sure each
You
story.
can blame Amanda for that. That's what she calls me. Don't you, Amanda? Yeah, and she's nodding in the background.
Uh, yes, so that's got to be resonant thunder of a book. Just hearing all of those crashes and bangs. Great to hear you. So glad you came and supported our friend Courtney as well. So thank you, sir. We go now to Doc, and then we have Robbie, Lee, Marietta, and more. And Doc, go right ahead.
Thank you. Courtney, you were just wonderful.